Hello, welcome back. So far we saw how to create Spark pool and how to create a notebook. And the important part is we should be able to read our file from a data lake and we should be able to process it. So if you remember, we uploaded one data called customer into our storage account. So this is the storage account or data lake which we created at the time of Synapse analytics creation. And there was one container, file system Synapse, and we created another one container called data and we uploaded one file. And from the Synapse, we will be able to access this container because we granted enough permission. So if you go to data and if you go to linked service, and you could see we are able to access this container. And you could see we have access to both container. And you could see this data. Similarly, if you go to manage and if you go to linked service, you could see there is a linked service called Step2C Synapse Workspace Default, which was created at the time of creating our Synapse Analytics. And this one is pointing to our same container or same data lake. So we will be able to access this data lake from Synapse without any effort, and there is enough permission we already granted. So let's go to develop and let's create a new notebook. Let's rename it as feed ADLS G2. Now we need to write some code, and I will attach this code in the resource section. You could use the same code. So let me copy those code. And the code is very simple. We are importing some libraries. Then we need to specify the primary storage account name. That means our storage account name. This is the storage account name we are using. So let's replace this with the account name. So this is the primary storage account name and our container name is data. So if you go to our storage account, you could see there are two container names. We are going to read data from customer CSV, which is located inside data container. So let's specify data. Now if there is a relative path, if there is any folder is present, you could specify that. Say for example, file, then your actual file name. So if there is any folder, you could specify that, then you could specify the folder path. But we don't have any file or subfolder, so we have the file placed in the proper container. There is no subfolder, so we could specify those details directly. Now you could see the path. ADLS path is percentages. That means container name, account name. Container name is data, then account name is data lake Step2 Synapse. Then relative path, which means the file name. And let's print the path. The primary storage path will be displayed here. So let's execute it, and my cluster is already in ready state, so we could directly execute it. And you could see the primary storage path is as we defined, we could see here. Now let me add another code to read this file, and the code is very simple. CSV path, I am going to specify ADLS path, which means this path, and we are reading the data using Spark read CSV. Then we are specifying CSV path, and I'm just specifying header is true. I'm not going to specify any other options. Then we will display the data. So let's execute this code, and you could see we are able to read data from our customer.csv using notebook. So this is how we could access our primary storage, and that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.